Hi, today is March 23rd, 2021, and I'm going to read on Dorothy Kilgallen. She was a journalist, a reporter back in the 60s, and she was good friends with JFK. She passed in a very strange manner, and many people believe that she was assassinated in some fashion. It's just strange. So I invite you to jump down this rabbit hole and check out Dorothy Kilgallen. I will put in links in the description box for you to check out. And without further ado, I'm going to kind of go ahead and give this reading a go. Now, Dorothy has a birthday according to Jude Cowell Astrology .blogspot.com, and I will include Jude Cowell's astrological page. But Dorothy has, let's see if we can get her chart up. I just saw it. So Dorothy's birthday was on July, I believe, early July, maybe July 4th. Let me just get that. I'm getting some different information, so I just want to verify. Okay, yeah, July 3rd, yeah. She was 52 when she passed. She was born in Chicago, Illinois. Her full name, Dorothy Mae Kilgallen. And she died November 8th, 1965, at the age of 52. Now, the way that she was found was just truly crazy. She was found sitting up in bed. It was very strange. So, like I said, I will get those other links put up. Let's just take a look at Dorothy. And I'm using this deck is the Strawberry Tarot. I'll give it a whirl. Okay. So I want to know why Dorothy Kilgallen was killed and who was behind it. She was investigating organized crime. You know, she was looking at some she was poking some bears with a lot of power and a lot of money, and she was good friends with JFK. I really do feel that she was killed because of what she knew within regard to him. Or where she was, poking her nose into that assassination. So let's just see what we get. For Dorothy Kilgallen, she died in November of 1965. Dorothy Kilgallen. Why was she killed? And who did it? Okay, let's see what we get. We get the Page of Wands. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. It's going to be kind of hard on this little thing, but we'll do it. Crossed by the Ace of Swords. This makes me feel, these first two cards, I'm getting a hit, feeling like this is her definitely digging into stuff and trying to find out definite answers to bring, bring clarity. And she liked what she did. She was enthusiastic with this page. She enjoyed, I feel like, digging in and finding answers to mysteries that she had. But, there's consequences if you start messing with certain powers that are, and poking certain powers that don't want to be exposed. And something that she, as a reporter, just trying to, something settled here, light my candle, that she, as a reporter, it put her life in danger. And many reporters know that. They're not naive, that you stir up people sometimes that not take too kindly to it. The Lovers, okay, that's her situation was based on, who she was connected with, who she was entwined with. And it doesn't necessarily always mean a sexual relationship, though often it does. But we're talking here about, where someone's just really, let's use the terminology, they're really in tight with someone else. They're very close. And we have that issue of closeness and friendship or relationship again, crowning her. So her death was based upon, I feel like it's saying, somebody that she was connected to. Most definitely. Very good friends with, and she was, it said, very well connected to JFK. But let's just take a look and not jump ahead and assume too much. Let's see if I can kind of... So it looks like definitely her, excuse me. Oh no, little tickle. Excuse me. So it looks like there's a relationship entwined here. Very close. I feel like I'm getting the impression of like a confidant. Excuse me, a little sip of coffee. Constant tickle. And this was in her past. This is the Seven of Swords. And there's taking something, leaving. We'll take a look at that. Near future, well, would have been hers, was the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, she was digging for information. And I think that she had it. Just had gotten it. She was very excited by that, and it came through a source of hers. This is, and I think her death is connected to another person that she was very close to, very, very close to. There may have been some intimate activity. Yeah, so like the seven here is about tricks, secrets, and stealth, getting away with it, questioning authority, more to the system, being crafty, coming clean, something, returning what's stolen, making it's right, or getting caught. So I think she definitely found out some, through a very close source, some key information. Maybe with regard to a relationship that somebody was having. This is all based on a relationship. But I feel like it's somebody that she was connected to, that she knew, that she was interacting with. And this right here is taking information. It's being a bit inappropriate. It's being a bit sneaky. I think she may have taken some information from someone. That she may have been gotten a close relationship with. She's taken something here. She's holding it and keeping hold of it. She feels like it is very important or valuable. I think we can see that actually very well in this center part of the reading of what's at hand. I'm going to move my little Ukrainian spirit bear over here. I just love this little bear. All right, anyway. Enough being cutesy. Let's get on with the show. Ace of Cups. This is emotional. This was a relationship that Dorothy was in. It was somebody that she had an involvement with and feelings for or towards. Very deep. Getting something also flashes possibly to do significant with regard to her death with like tea, a beverage of some kind. It's in her, I think she drank quite a bit, but I don't see her as being, I see her as managing it, but I do think she did have a fondness also. And as at that time people drank more, it was more socially acceptable. Maybe drinking during the day and certain times. Yeah, it's just all that. I'm getting that this is more of a relationship with somebody that she really thought well of, that she really had a great heart for, had a great amount of emotional availability for, with that Ace of Cups. Okay, let's go to the environment. What was in her environment was the 3. So again, we're dealing with people that she knew, that she was socializing with, and maybe, in some cases, maybe a little bit of an affair going on with some, and I just think it was very quiet. I think there was, I don't think it was like the super serious relationship. I think it was kind of went with the territory at the time with her, the era, who she was, what the scene was. Not that I condone any of that, because I don't. The 3 of Cups is in her environment, so definitely there is what was in her environment around the time of her death. Definitely we get a social feeling. We get a feeling of celebration, so it could have been possibly at a holiday time, or there could have been somebody's birthday, or I don't know, some significant event of celebration was on that was important in regards to her passing and her environment. There's also that there's 3 people that it's possibly also kind of nodding toward, or at least a couple of other people that she was very closely associated to. Again, with that Ace of Cups down here below, and this 3, where we're talking about how she felt and who was around her, what was in her environment, and we get a social card in her environment, a card of maybe having some cocktails or, you know, hanging out and enjoying yourself type of thing. So I'm feeling like she had been to a party, or she had been to an event, or there was one going on in her environment, but there was something wherein a relationship that she had was used, I think, to get information. You can see her with that 4 making off with something. And here, this is really making off with something in the 7, and this is having the goods. She had something, information, or actual, perhaps, I don't know that it was necessarily money. I think it was more like records or paperwork or that kind of earthly material type of thing. It could have been documents, etc. So I think she was able somehow through a friendship to procure some kind of very, very important information. And she felt this was big. That Ace of Cups can also herald the birth of a child or a relationship. So she was getting some goods here, folks. And it would have been very damning. It would have been very, very much proving a point. And she was so keen to get this out there. Page of Pentacles, that's in her hopes and fears. I think that she hoped to be able to publish something here. Perhaps a book, or even an article, or a series of information. But this Page of Pentacles is giving me the publishing vibe of information. And I think she was worried somebody else, she wanted this for herself, to break this story. But here, wow, I pulled the Death card for her instead. She's I think somebody must have found out that she had the information, because something makes me feel like, is this a hard drive? Is this something that she couldn't copy or be, more on the quiet with? And somebody must have either found something missing or noticed something along these lines was taken. Okay? Taken. That this was taken, and she died for that with that Death card. I'm going to pull a couple extra cards with the Death card just to see what extra clarification we might be able to get. Whoops. The Six of Wands. This made someone feel like they had won a victory. A battle, a fight. So I think she didn't think she had somebody that she was kind of having a back and forth with, at least insofar as much as information went. And when she published, or when she got hold of some kind of information or met with somebody, I think that was it. And her death was sealed, because they knew then that she had the information, whoever they are, and I'm not getting that. Maybe for a good reason. And there is the Five of Cups. This deals with the loss, mourning, grieving. Her death, somebody felt like they had won a very long... I think she had been engaged. This is someone that she was engaged in a lengthy back and forth with, that wanted to make sure that she wasn't able to publish or reveal information. And her passing, and it has to do with a death, definitely, because I'm getting that here. And it caused her to lose her life. I think with this kind of a drink card, celebration card, that might be a nod to how something was initially delivered, to do this, end her heartbeat. Knight of Wands. Yeah. Look at the enthusiasm there with these wands. So this person was very assertive. They weren't playing. And I feel like this is them pushing the poor health story, that she had poor health, or the story that she, drank too much. And some, they did say, well, they did try and spoil her, reputation. So we need to look at those people that were doing that. Those are the ones. And here we have this, the Nine of Swords, and they were really worried about her, and they wanted to make her look like she was a hot mess. She really wasn't, and that's why she was such a threat. But that's, to me, this is the effort to make her look less than on point. And the lady was on point. So someone was trying to make her look bad. Yeah, there's a great deal of pressure upon them and stress with regard to her. Five of Swords. So this stress made this individual become much more aggressive towards her. And this individual was also known to be hot-headed, cruel, and abusive individual. This is not her. This is the person that did this to her. That's what I get. I wish they would give me a card. But I think it's probably more than one person. But I have a feeling there was one person that gave the green light to have others come in and do this with regard to Dorothy. Yeah, so this person, she was really worrying them, stressing them out, and they were tired of living in fear that she was going to drop some information that would be devastating to them and put them in connection to a death. Probably JFK, I'm not sure. Again, all my readings are alleged and are for entertainment purposes only. But what I see here is whoever it was that was out together, she was really worrying them, because she did have the information and came very close to being able, I think, to carry on and bring that information to light. That's why this person acted swiftly with the tower and appealed to her and tried to, I feel like, offer her something. And whatever it is, there could have been a drink, there could have been, it looks like it's in the guise of friendship or amicable type of here. And then she's, not well. Then everything goes sideways. Yeah, and that she's been tricked. By someone that had other people, in my opinion, sent other people there, was watching her. And they had the skills to make it look, or that they could have the formal tools to say, this was a suicide, or this was whatever. These are powerful people. But yeah, she was not, this was, long story short, Dorothy Kilgallen's death was not suicide. I do not get suicide at all. I do get that she had come into possession of information and that she had been poking a bear here for some time, and I'm not quite sure who it was. The cards are kind of protecting me, not showing me who, but that this was powerful source. I think it's more than one person, and this group, this organization, knew how to make it look like she, or could get the formal declaration that her death was a quote-unquote suicide. It wasn't. It's the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Wands. This feels like real macho, actually, energy. It was definitely about men going on, I feel like, and people, women, other people, and just what they were doing to relax, that they enjoyed. And that they were powerful enough position that she just could not, I think, win at the end of the day. This person was very satisfied that they were able to stop her. In fact, they were celebratory. And it made them feel that their power was secure, because it was. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, and this secures a steady position, career, effort. And that they still have a job at the end of the day. They still have activity that they can, so she was definitely taken out by a group, I think, of people. that represent the secret active part of more of the underground situation scene going on at the time. Politically, somehow she had come across the information she was seeking, and I think that was that sealed the deal. Once she had that information, it looks like maybe she had been to a party or that she had been to a celebration, and I think others that maybe she was working with knew that she had gotten this information and were excited, but she was not able to then take the next step with that information. Somebody killed her right before she was able to come forward with it, is what I get. And I'm sure it's probably connected to JFK. So there's my reading on Dorothy Kilgallen. And if you like this content, please make sure that you hit the like button, that you share it, please, if you can, with like-minded individuals, and subscribe. Make sure that you check your subscription from time to time, because there seems to be an issue with that on YouTube right now, at least on my channel. All right, have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.